friends, thanks for joining me today on Tuesday for my card making tutorial. We're going to be making a Slimline Gatefold card. I had shared how to make that with all the measurements on Friday Fun Fold. So today I'm going to show you how to make it all pretty. Now, if you don't have the products that I'm using, you can certainly use any products that you have on hand. However, if you'd like to use the products that I'm using, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and you can certainly order those products from me. I would love to earn your business. So let me turn the camera down so we can get started with the card. Aren't these papers just gorgeous? So bright, so cheerful. This is actually from the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper suite. It's a suite of products. It has a stamp set called the Beautiful Balloons. There's also dies, which I'm not using today. I'm just using the happy birthday sentiment from this stamp set. And I will be using one of the sheets from the Designer Series paper. The Designer Series paper is cut 6 by 6, and it comes in a pack of 48, 12 different designs, 4 of each design. I think it's so bright and cheerful, and it's just perfect for making those happy birthday cards or any kind of celebration. I mean, think even graduation, communion, you know, there's so many different venues coming up now in May and June, lots of different ideas. So this paper is gorgeous. I love it. It's cheerful. And I am also using another new product. It's called Countryside Inn. As you can see, I've cut this one down. This is the piece that we'll be using. And this comes in a pack of, how many? Hang on. Let's see. This is a pack of 12. 6 designs, 2 of each design. Isn't it pretty? And I think it's so cool how Stampin' Up! The artisans threw in some little cute animal critters. This one's got foxes. You got some stripes on one side. This one's got flowers, stripes, and then you have some birds, stripes with flowers, and cute little rabbits thrown in. And you got some leaves here, pretty flowers. And then these are also tiny little flowers with the trees and then the flowers. Isn't it pretty? I think the colors are just beautiful in this. The coordinating colors with this are Balmy Blue, Boho Blue, which is a new in color, Misty Moonlight, which is a returning color that had been retired a couple of years back, and Night of Navy. So really pretty blues. All right, let's get started here. As I mentioned, I will be using the Beautiful Balloon stamp set, Happy Birthday. And although I'm not using the stamp set from Timeless Arrangements, it does, the dies is what I'll be using. This comes, you can get it as a bundle and save 10%. It's called Timeless Arrangements. I've already gone ahead and cut down my pieces. We have the card base for the Slimline card, and that measures 8.5 by 10.5, and we'll score that together. Then I have I think this is just an extra piece in case I need that basic white, but I have those cut up. So then I have cardstock, which measures 3 3/8 by 8 3/8. Basic white, 3 1/4 by 8 1/4. 4 pieces of Night of Navy, which measure 1 5/8 by 8 3/8. And then 4 pieces of Designer Series paper, which measures 1 1/2 by 8 1/4. And I'll also, I don't have it here. I'll have to cut it but I need a piece of designer series paper for my belly band. And you can either alternate these, use either designer series paper or the cardstock. One piece is going to be 1 inch by 9 inch, and the other piece will be 1/2 inch by 9 inches. And as I mentioned, this design was shown, the fun fold was shown on Friday, on May 5th. So if you'd like more information about that, you can certainly go check out that video, which I just shared. All right, so with the 10.5 inch side up in your trimmer, you want to score at 1 3/4. And I love my trimmer because I can keep both blades on here and they are out of the way and don't interfere with my cutting or my scoring. Many designs on trimmers, the blades kind of get in the way. They can only go so far, but these are nice because it goes all the way up or all the way down. All right, so first score is 1 3/4. I have my little cheat sheet here. And then the next score is at 3.5. Incidentally, this color is boho blue, which is a new in color. It's so pretty, isn't it? It's very soft. 7 inches. And lastly, 8 3/4. All right, so that is the scoring. I think we can put this aside since everything should be cut. All right, so let's fold this. We're going to fold a mountain, a valley, and do the same thing on the other side. Mountain, and then a valley. Make sure they meet in the center. You don't want them overlapping. And then you'll want to burnish that with your bone folder. Now I like to burnish out just in case they are overlapping a little. It'll fold it, and I'll push it to the back side, the outside of the card. Now this card will fit into a number 10 business size envelope. Is it called a number 10 or a number 9? I always get those confused. It will have some space in it. I personally prefer to make my own envelopes, and I do have a video, I think it was posted last year sometime, or maybe 2 years ago. And I do share how to make the envelope for the Slimline card. It's very easy though. All right, so that is done. One more press here. I want to make sure those are nice and flush and flat. All right, now we can start decorating. First, I want to put down my Night of Navy, which is going to go down in the center here. Just going to measure it up, make sure I cut it correctly. Looks like I did. Okay, so I'm going to use my liquid adhesive. I love the adhesive, the liquid adhesive, because it allows me, if I don't get it perfectly flush or centered, I can move it around a little bit. And you just want to use little spider lines. You don't want too thick. I'm just going to turn that sideways. And there'll be a small border on all 4 sides. And we'll do the same with the basic white. And there's plenty of room here to write a sentiment. And you can also stamp another image, which I will be doing. Which I probably should have stamped that first, because just in case I don't like it, I can redo it, right? So on the inside here, I'm going to stamp 2 balloons. We'll do one in lemon lime twist. Say that a few times fast. And this is one of the actually it's a returning color from years past. So Stampin' Up! Did a whole color refresh this year, and some returning colors and some retiring colors. So really pretty colors though. Very happy with them. All right, so first I'm going to stamp a string down here. Do 2 strings. Do the other one just a little bit higher, like so. Let me smudge that a little bit. Just cleaning my stamp off camera here so I don't stick my fingers in it. Leave this aside. I think we'll do all the stamping first. All right, then we're going to do no, I changed my mind. I want to do the little one in the big one, I'm sorry, in boho blue, and then we'll do the little one in the lemon lime twist. I keep calling it lemon line. It's not line, it's lime. There. And I have my Stampin' Pierce mat underneath. Perfect. Then what I want to do is I'm going to mask that. So I have a little cutout here of the balloon. And then we'll do that in lemon lime, the other one in lemon lime twist. On about here. Okay. Pull that up. Not too thrilled with it, but let's try that one more time. I'm not happy with the impression it gave me here because it didn't get any of that there, so maybe I didn't stamp it good enough. Let's try that again. What's nice about the photopolymer stamps is you can go right over it. The second time I'll just press in that area there. Hopefully I'll get a better impression. Too good. All right, we're going to leave it alone. We will leave that alone. Take this off. And I'll keep those aside for another time. I did say I was going to, okay, I just need the Night of Navy. And this is going, actually not on here, we're going to put this on this piece here. So the sentiment is from the Beautiful Balloons, and this die was cut from the Timeless Arrangements, from this one right here. And while we're at it, I'll show you the other pieces. So I have these other 2 pieces here, which were cut from this image right here. What's nice about this is, you know how sometimes you struggle because you've got these little pieces that you need to glue on. So this, you can, I'll be tucking that underneath, my sentiment layer. So now I have something to adhere it to. And the other piece will go down here. Okay. I'll set these aside just a minute. Stamp our sentiment. Put that right in the center here. It should fit. Perfect. Close this up. I think we're done with the stamping. So I'm going to set this. Actually, no, while we're doing it, I'm going to adhere these pieces to here. Oops, wrong way. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue. I don't need my pierce mat. I need my silicone mat now. That's what I use this for my glue, because if there's any glue that gets on it, I can just peel it off like so and start anew. All right, so I'm going to add some glue to this border here. There we go. And then I'm going to add the sentiment layer right on top here on the corner. Scoot it over just a little. There we go. Make sure it's flush to the top. Okay. And do the same thing with the other one. Like so. And we'll put this one in the bottom corner. So I think that's so cool. It just adds a different look to your, oops, guess I should stick that on there right before I try to lift it. There we go. All right. So it just adds another look to your little sentiment layers. I think that looks kind of cool, right? It looks like there's branches coming out. All right, so we're going to set that aside, and we'll go back to gluing down our pieces to our card front here. All right, so again, just using little spider lines. And these will each go on the panels. Again, leaving a little bit of a border around. So, and I had these in some sort of order, but they seem to have gotten out of that order. So I'm going to alternate them. So we're using both sides of the designer series paper. As often as I can, I try to use both sides on my cards. I just think it looks, you know, gives it a different look. It looks pretty. And you'll get to see both sides of the designer series paper. All right, so we are going to speed through this process because you don't need to watch me doing this. All right, so we have all those glued together. So I'll be putting these here and the last one on this panel here. So you want to make sure that when you're doing this, if you are flipping the paper, the designer series paper over, you know, it has some sort of symmetry to it, I guess. you know, so they're not, so you're not doing something like this and then you're doing, you know, this one here and maybe this one here. It might look a little strange when you have it closed. Let's see, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I mean, it might look okay, but I don't like that. I like symmetry. All right, so we'll speed through this again. All right, there you go. So we have our card base all done. Now we can work on the belly band. All right, let's see. I have some scrap pieces here. Now the decision to make is, do I want to use the card base, the cardstock as the base of the belly band, or do I want to use the designer series paper? I think I'm going to use the card stock as the base, and then I'll use the designer series paper, this side, on the top part. All right. Not sure what that is there. Okay, so let me set those aside. And so basically what I do is I just, you know, to get the measurement, I don't even score this. I mean, it's just a scrap, so it's 1 inch by, I believe, okay, this is 8 3/8 about. To be safe though, I would say do at least 9 inches, but you know, or 8.5 inches should be fine. But this does fit around, so it should be fine. So a piece that's 8.5 inches is fine, more than enough. And this will be covered with the sentiment, so you won't even see the seam on it. All right, so let me cut a piece of the designer series paper. So what did I say? 8 3/8 inches. So we're going to go 8 3/8 by 1/2 inch. And then we'll add some adhesive. Actually, before I do the adhesive, let me make sure I fold this over so the designer series paper gets a little crease also. Otherwise, a little bit of, it might be a little difficult with the glue. All right, so I'll put a little thin line of glue along there. And I got my fingers stuck on that. Flip that over. Adhere this to the top. And this is, you know, it's optional. I just like the way it looks. Gives it a nice finished look when you're doing this. Okay. And then my card. Again, I like to wrap it around. Close it up, and you don't want to get it too tight because you do want it to slide up and down. You want to be able to remove it. All right, and then what I like to do is add a little bit of adhesive. There's glue stuck on the end here to each of these ends here. That end, and then this end. This way I know that they will meet and there's no glue oozing on either side. So hold that down for a minute and slide this off. So, and then we'll add this to the front here. And see how it just hides that seam? You won't even see that seam there. Now you could add dimensionals to this. I'm going to just add glue because it's already bulky enough. And you just want to add glue to the center part here. And this makes it perfect because there's a little bit of space here. So that's the only place I'm going to add glue. So I'll put that on the center here. Like that, press it down. And that's it. Very easy design. And you don't even have to add embellishments. I haven't gotten my coordinating embellishments yet. I've got other ones that I could use. I mean, like I could use my brass butterflies. There's another one that you could say several times over, right? I do have my pastel sequins, but I don't really think I like this on here, you know, in the gold. Don't really care for that. So I will wait to put my butterflies on there. I've run out, so I'm just waiting for them to arrive. So there's that one. Here's another one that I created back a while ago. Same concept. And this is retired designer series paper, but you'll see that I alternated. So it's not the same pattern going all across. My little belly band. So let me know what you think about this in the comments. I hope you give it a try. Let me know if you need any help ordering any products. I'd be more than happy to help you order your products. Please reach out to me. My contact information can be found in the video description, which is below the video. If you like this card tutorial that I shared with you, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It helps me grow my YouTube channel. And also, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. That way you'll know every time I upload a new video. I upload videos every Tuesday, and once a month I share a fun fold card tutorial. So gang, have a great day. Enjoy your week. Until next time, happy stamping. Bye.